The three suspects linked to the murders of rapper AKA and celebrity chef Tibz have been making submissions for bail in the Durban Magistrates Court. They face a string of charges including murder, attempted murder and unlawful possession of guns and ammunition. Let's get you an update now. Newzroom Afrika's Nobuhle Modise is following those developments. In fact, she was in court for us this morning. Nobuhle, it's great to see you. We're on a lunch break now, a little longer than a tea break. What's been unfolding in court this morning?
A very good afternoon, Michelle. So the matter has been rolled over to tomorrow. We're not necessarily on a lunch break. We were on a short adjournment earlier, but because of those issues with water in the court, like you remember last week, we've had to end at 1 p.m. Hence, tomorrow the matter continues. But we were supposed to hear the submissions of accused number 4, Modise, but there were some issues there. But just to recap what happened earlier, when we heard that affidavit from accused number 2, which was read by Advocate Joe Walmerans, basically what came out of that affidavit was the fact that he said that he is previously convicted for a robbery with aggravated circumstances charge, and he served his sentence for that, which was a 10-year sentence, and he also faces another charge of murder for the murder of a said Siyabonga Ngobo. Now, out of that affidavit also came out the fact that he is engaged to be married with 5 children, and that he has a taxi business, the Ndimande family, he mentioned, is well known in the area of Mpangeni for their taxi business, and he says he owns about 4 minibus taxis which generate an income of around 250,000 rand a month. And now he was saying the reason why he needs to be approved for that bail application is the fact that he fears for his life in custody. Now this brought into the affidavit the issue of taxi warfare in Mpangeni, where he mentioned and cited that they have a rival with a certain family in the area, and that family is using state resources to settle scores, saying that they've been terrorized. The entire Ndimande family has been terrorized by the NIU and members of the SAPS, saying that he's lost 6 siblings already with regards to the taxi wars, and he claims that those siblings were killed by members of the NIU, saying that the reason why 2 of his brothers, the ones who are currently facing the same murder charges in the Kingdom of Eswatini, had to flee and then go to Eswatini because they were also fearing for their lives. He's saying that he fears for his life in police custody because the network of the SAPS and the NIU, as he mentioned, could find him while he's in custody, which is why he is asking for custody, and which is why he's asking for bail, rather. My apologies. And then when we move on to accused number 4, which we were supposed to hear that affidavit, Modise, it really didn't get underway because the state did then raise issues. The first issue being that there's an email, and the contents of that email found its way to Walmerans, and he doesn't understand how that email found its way to Advocate Joe Walmerans, and also mentioning the fact that the charge sheet from the Kingdom of Eswatini is also being used as evidence in this current affidavit for accused number 4, saying that it should be inadmissible. So we heard those arguments, and at the end, towards the end, before the magistrate then wrapped up to say the matter is being rolled over to tomorrow, he then chastised the defense because he said yet again there's another delay for an urgent bail application in the hands of the defense. Once again, he was quite unhappy with that, saying that he's quite disappointed that there's further delays due to the defense and them not being ready. So we wait to hear tomorrow. People were waiting to hear that affidavit today here in court, but obviously the state has brought into a record that they don't understand how contents of an email that was sent by them made their way to Advocate Joe Walmerans and Co., as well as saying that they cannot be using a charge sheet from the Kingdom of Eswatini as evidence in this particular bail application. So tomorrow is when we will only get to hear what is in the affidavit of Modise, who is the one who is pinpointed as being the orchestrator and facilitator of that 800,000 rand amount that he is said to have distributed amongst his co-accused.
All right, Nobuhle Modise, thanks very much indeed for that update live to us there in Durban.